This game right here is bloody fucking awesome. Hello there everyone, my name is OTG3, bringing us to some more vlog reviews or OTG3 Toughts. And today, well, I'm going to be talking about Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. And god damn it, normally I wait to do vlog reviews before I complete a game. In fact, I do this for any game. I mean, that's a standard. You just do it before, you complete the game before you can talk about it, so you have that much greater of an idea on it, basically. But Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, has left me with such an impact that I just had to do it. It honestly is the best game that I've played since The Last of Us and Rayman Legends in 2013. And considering Rayman Legends is among my top 10 favorite games of all time, I think it's bloody awesome. If you haven't seen my review about it, I'll probably put some shameless plug-in somewhere, but god damn it, it's MGS5 amongst my new favorites games ever. I mean, before I actually talk about this game, you need to know a little bit of my personal history with the Metal Gear franchise, Metal Gear Solid franchise in general. I've played Metal Gear Solid 1. I loved it. I don't think it is as revolutionary or holds up as good as some people think. I legitimately think it's an incredible game. It just plays very well, it's very smooth, and for a stealth game of that age, it's incredible how much it incorporates certain things. Its sequel, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, I actually preferred the original, if only the fact that I think it refines some of the elements that the first one had by adding that much more mechanics to it. And contrary to most people, I actually really like Raiden. I know that's not the cup of tea of everyone. I just think he fits a little bit better than Snake's in my idea. I just feel like he's that much more of a relatable character than just Snake, which is just a clone of a badass soldier that lived like 50 years ago. But yeah, I just prefer Metal Gear Solid 2. That's kind of an underrated opinion, but that's just how I feel. MGS3, wonderful, wonderful game, third-person game. The PS2 version of MGS3, not that big of a fan of. I personally prefer the HD remake, which just had this third-person camera instead of the over-the-top perspective that the PlayStation 2 version had. I just feel like it plays incredible, and for a 3D stealth game, at the time was the best experience I had until MGS4. So each installment for me got better in some occasions, and honestly the first one is the one that I liked less, believe it or not. And even MGS4, which most people consider to be like the weakest of the franchise, actually is one of my favorite in the franchise. Yes, I do agree that it's very chatty and stuff like this, but the story really engaged me, although I do think there could have been a lot of cuts, since there's a lot of pausing moments in MGS4, and yeah, too chatty, but the rest of it, I just think that's that much more of an accessible thing, and it fixed the control problems that I had with all 3 games beforehand. Afterwards, I played Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, and I'm doing a Let's Play right now, so well, I'm not, or maybe I will, but like in a few days. So keep up to date with that. Shameless plug-in somewhere on screen. If not, then I'm too lazy to put it. Or probably I'll put like the humping monkey message that you can get from Skag, where the monkey just go. I love that humping monkey, but shameless plug-in somewhere you'll find on the internet or on my channel. So Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, very fun hack and slash Devil May Cry ripoff. I really liked it. Now, let's talk about the game that I'm supposed to talk about, MGS5, Phantom Pain. I've bought it day one. I didn't pre-order it. I never pre-order a game, that's the thing. Because it's bitchin'. Why would I go through the trouble of pre-ordering something if I know I'm gonna get it day one? So, yeah, I'm kind of... anyway. MGS5, once again, up everything. It upped everything. To me, it is the perfect... It is as perfect as a stealth 3D game can get, bar none. I'm not... First off, you need to know something. It's not a linear game like any of the other MGS game. Like you take it. The biggest comparison I can make is actually MGS3 Snake Eater, which is basically like there's small sections of an area, like an area that's maybe like 100 meters by 100 meters wide, and you go through that area and you just like take a step to another one. MGS5 is a complete overworld. Like, there's outposts everywhere, there's camps everywhere, there's material resources, and... Oh, god damn it, it's so good! It is so good! Or another comparison I can make is basically Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, but like jacked up with like... It's Metal Gear Peace Walker, but that much more better! Like, I liked Peace Walker, but never as much like as I do here. It's basically really just a nut version of Peace Walker with MGS3 and 4 elements in it. And like the mother base element is back, which is honestly brilliant. So when you like staff equipment, you can develop weapons instead of just buying them or fighting them on the ground. So there's a unit that works for you. You can call in reinforcement. You have buddies to work with. So like you can call a horse, so you can just ride on it and just go to the sunset or whatever. You can call like a small D walker, as they call it, which is basically like a walking gear. A walking buddy where you can get on it. It's got a Gatling gun or an anti-aircraft thing with little secondary guns on top. So cool! And you can also like call snipers and stuff like this. So you go to one position and then you'll say attack, fire, cover me, cease fire, or whatever. Take aim. So when you shot your next fire, your next bullet, he will fire then at the located enemy. And it has such complexity, and yet it's so simple to understand. It easily is the easiest MGS game to grab the concept of. First off, an overall MGS, a lot of good games recently that were overworlds are like the Motor Shadow Motor, which I'm not that big of a fan of, honestly. I think it's a good game. I just think there's a lot of elements that ruin Shadow Motor. Mainly the load times, they are so fucking annoying. But yeah, Phantom Pain. I mean, like, I've played my fair share of Assassin's Creed game, my Shadow of Mordor, my big, open world games. I tend to like them, not that much, because usually there's not that much to do in them. There's not that much side quests, not that much thing to get. But Phantom Pain, like, encourages you to explore. If you just do the main missions, you probably won't have everything you need to like do the development of certain weapons, of your mother base, of increasing staff members, reaching for other limits. So Phantom Pain encourages you to going out of your way, out of your missions, like grab other stuff. So instead of other open world games where you just do your stuff, it doesn't really matter in the long hand, or at least, it grants passive buff that doesn't really do anything or barely affects anything. Phantom Pain is like, it's like so involved, basically. And you need like staff at the mother base so you can actually make better weapons, and better weapons help you that much more than just like a passive bus of like making a combo easier to execute and something like that if you already get the timing, and it really gives you a better equipment rather than just making the game easier. Is that a weird thing? Like most open world games that grants you passive buff is basically like, oh, we're making it easier, but like Phantom Pain requires you to get this. It basically requires you, because it doesn't affect necessarily the amount of skills that you need to pull, like in conquering an outpost or in missions. It just allows you to maybe do other things. You know, approach a situation differently. And this game is endlessly replayable. It's amazing. This is a game that I see myself replaying in like 15, 20 years. Like, I just see that much more possibilities to just go about every single situation. Like, you can try so many different tactics. You can go around with your horse side saddling and then just kind of shoot someone with a suppressor, sleeping gun, so you just sleeping on the ground so you can pass through the outpost. You can just like go guns blazing basically with a sniper, with other snipers and other combat units and stuff like this. Or, you know, there's so many damn ways to replay this, and with the amount of possibilities that the previous Metal Gear Solid game basically gives you, but to put it in such a scenario is so crazy good to me. It's not just like one map, one open world map. No, there's like multiple maps. Like, I'm 33% done through the game, and I'm already 3 goddamn huge, humongous maps done. If anybody was complaining about Ground Zeroes for being too fucking short, then I'm telling you, if even if even Ground Zeroes was in this game, you'll still had like another maybe 2 or 3 hours to the game. And maybe they would have expanded even more the areas because they would have included as a separate map in this game, and it just... God damn it, I've played this game for like maybe 24 hours at this point. Like a total in-game time of 24 hours. And I'm 33% done with the fucking game. And I'm not even sure where I'm at in the story right now. And, you know, I don't even care. I'm just that in love with this game. I can't stop playing. It's an addiction. Like, I'm doing cocaine. It's like I'm putting it like this and I go like, woo! I mean, presentation, I haven't talked that much about it, but basically I bought the PS3 version, which is excessively wrong. Like, I want a PS4 so bad just to replay this game and like rebuy it and everything. It is honestly that good to me. Like, I don't know how much the graphics I can talk about it from the PS4. As far as I can, as far as I know, the PlayStation 3 version is fine to me. It's not mind blowing like The Last of Us, but it's definitely good for standards. I mean, for being like a very late PlayStation 3 game, I don't mind the graphics too much, honestly. I didn't expect them to look as good as The Last of Us because that would be fucking insane. But comparing to a game like Shadow of Mordor, which I also own on my PlayStation 3, this surpasses it in every single way. Texture lighting is that much better in my idea. Shadows are load that much more faster. Models in some occasions are kind of, you can see it's pixelated and it's like snapped onto a character's model instead of being its own separate part of the body. I mean, it all looks fantastic. The draw distance is gorgeous. It's drop dead gorgeous. Also, although some of the textures, if you're too far, kind of lowers down. There's basically very little loading time in this game, which was a humongous problem I had in, again, the Lord Shadow of Mordor, which, like, if you just go to your map in Shadow of Mordor, it takes like 20 seconds just to get back to the main gameplay. Because, and you also, in a game like this, you also need to check your map very often to know where the side quest is and everything like that. So, constant checking your map doesn't take any time. It's actually part of the gameplay, and it's part of one of the main elements of the game, the idle, which you can call it bombardment, aerial support, bodies calling, ammo supply, and stuff like this. And god damn it, I love this game. Music-wise, you know, typical Metal Gear Solid thing. You can get music tapes, so you can actually replay them with a Walkman of sort. So it's a good selection of music, if you ask me. For the rest, it's very atmospheric. It knows when to stay silent. It knows when to, you know, be a giant blockbuster. It is as stupid and as silly as any other Metal Gear game, Metal Gear Solid game. Honestly, you know, if you, I went into this game only seeing the trailer, and the moment I saw that fucking whale on fire jumping to chomp off that helicopter, I mean, I was in. I didn't care about any other promotional material, and I didn't want to spoil myself any more than what I saw. And you know what? I was hooked from the very beginning. And I was pleasantly surprised even by the story, honestly. Which, honestly, this is one of the very few Metal Gear Solid games that doesn't require that much knowledge about the series. I mean, I guess you could say the same thing about 1, but 1 really like shut down exposition down your throat. When it comes to MGS5, I mean, Big Boss in this game basically just woke up from a coma, from a 9-year coma. So you're basically learning everything about the states of operation, how everything unfolds as enemies, like who he fought before. Even though lore of the franchise is definitely, you know, is definitely not exactly required, but appreciated. Not completely necessary, but it definitely helps if you know the lore of the actual franchise. You're learning everything alongside Big Boss, excuse me, and god damn it, it shows how far war can go. I mean, I haven't the whole story yet, like I said, but holy shit, it just left that much more of an impact on me. Every scene is, god damn, everything in this game's almost tearing me up, honestly. There's some beautiful scenes where I just teared up because there's like a children and I don't want to execute him and you have actually an option. And it does a great job also, like a game should do, like a video game should do as an art form, like in Bioshock Infinite, like in The Last of Us, like in Heavy Rain, like all sort of these great games, is to give you the illusion of choice. There's some legitimate moments in this game where you're like, can I like not do this? Or can I do this? Do I want to do this? I don't want to do this. Can I like get an escape route? And this is what this game is all about to me. Personal choice and personal experience. I will never do a live stream of this game, a let's play of this game. I'm not even sure if I'm ever going to do a proper review of this game. Because it is personally based on personal experience. I played this game a certain way. Other people find endless ways of playing this game. I just play a certain way. I don't see myself ever doing a let's play of this game because I'm a very slow player in this. It takes to me maybe 15 minutes just to complete an operation, which isn't a downside at all. I wasn't engaged as much in a game for a very long time. And the fact that this game is so long, yet hooks me for that amount of time is simply unbelievable. It's doing something right with its characters, its mechanics, its gameplay, its presentation, and it continues the trend that we saw in Ground Zeroes of like how you can get another type of cinematic when it comes to cutscenes and characters. God damn it, and it hits on all fronts basically. And also, if you bought this game, I'm not sure if that's a Day 1 exclusive, they even give you like a map of like where your objectives are, where the outposts are. Like, look at this shit. That's Afghanistan. That's one map. That's one area of the game. There's multiple ones. Flip it over. That is... Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This is maybe like a meter long. It's impressive how much content there is in this game. It's like a total of 157 missions that you can go on side ops alone, side quests basically. And each of them maybe takes a minimum of 5 to 10 minutes. That's not including the longer ones. So 157 times 10, let's say. That's 1,000. That's over 1,000 like minutes. 1,500 minutes of content at minimum. That's not including the main quest. That's not including how much other operations can take you longer. So not only you have an amazing games to begin with, but you have a great length for a game to boot. So to me, it's more than definitely worth its price, even on the the PS4 and Xbox One, which is like $10, which is $10 like it's like 80 instead of 70. And you know what? I don't regret a single penny of it. I've said a lot today, all of which were praise. It fixed everything I wanted from other MGS games. It's got a much more depressing and involved storyline that I got that much more engaged with. Its presentation, it's not the best honestly, but for an open world game, it's definitely the best I've seen in quite some time. And its mechanics are so complex, yet so simple to grasp. So there's no bullshit in terms of controls anymore. You can access everything very easily, and you don't need prior knowledge, or at least that much prior knowledge, to get into this game. If I ever had to give this game a score, I would actually give it a 10 out of 10. Easily. Alright, I think that's about it for this vlog review, everyone. So, thank you all for watching. My name is Lord Ring 3, and I'll see you all next time.